Wait for the. There we go. We are talking Miami Dolphins training camp after a little bit of a week of them doing some things. We're going to talk about who shined, who to look for, and all that good stuff. What is up, Fin fans? Happy Thursday. In about an hour, football's back somewhat. It is the Hall of Fame game, but it's still nice to see some type of competitive football. We are here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on your way in. Also, you can check us out in podcast form on Apple, Spotify, all that great stuff. Also, if you want to become a member, hit the join button next to the subscribe button. You get all the crazy perks that you're probably already seeing in the chat, plus in the credits. You get the nice emojis, little shout outs, all that good stuff. So go check it out. So, like I said, training camp in the books. I'll kick it off talking about obviously some of the guys who I think are shining and really not surprising, but is nice to see. And I'm pretty sure all of us can agree that Willie Gay Jr. is just a monster. And I think the biggest question is his like rise and is him doing so well have to do with his play, or does it have to do with how bad the O-line is doing? Like, I'll start with you, Omar, because you're a big O-line guy. Is the O-line doing bad and that's why Willie Gay is just killing it, or is he just killing it?
I think he's just killing because it's not just the blitzing that's doing well. He's dropped 3 interceptions, but he's put himself right in position for the ball. Now, could that be he's studying the offense and he already knows the plays that are coming, or he sees what's happening in walkthroughs? These are some veteran tricks that I've heard about from years. He knows what plays are being run, so maybe he's watching, Zach Wilson and figuring out what he's really targeting, or maybe he's picked up some keys. I'm not 100% sure. Now, I will say if there's any 2 things that I can conclude about what I know about the Dolphins after 7 practices, it's that the backup offensive linemen are trash, and that they don't have really any front runners in the cornerback unit, and the secondary has to be completely rebuilt. So, but outside of that, I can't really formulate any hard and firm conclusions.
So, Alan, with Kader Kohu going down,
you disagree with trash? You disagree with trash?
No, but it's just harsh. I mean,
I just asked you if you disagree. No, okay.
With Kader going down, I want to get your take on kind of what you've gotten from like the first week of training camp, and what's your thoughts on Kader's injury and what they could do or might do or should do with that secondary.
I'm not sure they're going to do anything right now beyond signing Mike Hilton, who was a really nice pickup, and Jack Jones, and see if that pans out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget Cornell Armstrong. Why does everybody keep forgetting Cornell Armstrong?
And Cornell Armstrong.
Like,
is that better?
Hold on. Wait. Of all of those guys that we mentioned, and I will say this on this podcast, he's the starter right now.
Zero chance.
Who? Wait a minute. Who's working with the number 1 nickel? Who's the number 1 nickel right now?
We're not allowed to divulge.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, and they not only that, but they also rotate. So and you know that. Okay, and we're not allowed to say. Let's wait until the depth chart comes out. Okay.
I can also tell you that Cornell Armstrong is a hell of a special teams player, and because of that special teams role, maybe that's why he's getting first shot at a specific role.
To quote somebody you know very well, whose initials are OK, there's a reason he hasn't played an NFL regular season game since 2022, and that's not dumping on Cornell Armstrong. I like Cornell Armstrong, but let's simmer down now. Simmer down with the expectations.
Simmer down.
Okay, so anyway, I like what I've seen from Storm Duck. I think there's something there. Last year, as a UDFA, started 3 games. I think there's something there. Kendall Sheffield is somebody who can hold down the fort with adequate play, although he's injured right now, he missed the last practice. We don't know exactly what it was. Jack Jones, I'm still waiting to see whether that's going to pan out or not. I like Mike Hilton. Obviously, the Kader injury really, really hurts. I don't know that there's a stud you can go out there. Rasul Douglas was not good last year.
Mm-hmm.
And a really good player. He was not good last year. Asante Samuel Jr., why is he still out there if the neck has checked out? That's a weird one to me. So I will say this. I think right now I'm more worried about the backup offensive lineman than I am about the cornerback position.
What?
To Omar Kelly's heart.
I have been saying this for and nobody.
There you go.
One day.
Man. TD, what's your thoughts on your first week of training camp? And what is your biggest fear with the first week of training camp?
The biggest fear is a specific guy in the interior D line that was a primary draft pick in the draft this year. I'm a little bit concerned, a little bit more than other people. I saw some one-on-one reps with our new, fresh, beastly left guard, where he absolutely got the best of our new, freshly, hopefully one day beastly defensive tackle.
Are you going to name him sometime tonight, TD, or what?
Sorry. Yeah. What's his name? Kenneth Grant. Yeah, man. I've been disappointed. One-on-ones, I see the hype, but on the field, I'm sorry. Where are you? I'm watching reps.
Hold on.
I'm watching reps. I'm watching reps the last 2 days, and I'm getting excited and sad at the same time. I'm like, Jonah, wow. Wait, who is that again? 90? Oh, no. Those one-on-ones, Jonah is the big boy. And I don't think it should be that way.
The first day, Kenneth Grant had his way with Jonah. I think the second day, Jonas did better versus Kenneth Grant.
I'm talking the last two days. The last 2 days.
Oh, they only did 2 days. So
the pads. Do you think he had his way?
The first day, I felt like Kenneth Grant had the better of Jonah. I'm honestly flipping it. I'm not too overly hyped about Jonah. I see the pass protection. Really? Yeah, I see the pass protection. It's very solid, but I'm feeling, and I hate saying this because it's a horrible comparison and it just doesn't even match up. He's giving me like John Jerry in the run game. Y'all not listening. Y'all hear me out. Hear me out. There is a solid, you know how John Jerry, you wasn't going to bull rush him to the quarterback. He was going to anchor down and hold his point, and you weren't just going to steamroll him to the quarterback. But in the run game, he wasn't really an asset. And I'm not seeing Jonah, and maybe it's a chemistry thing. Maybe pads just got on. I remember with Patrick Paul, I wasn't really overly impressed at this stage of the game. Then we got to the joint practices, and I was like, okay, all right. Then we got to the exhibition game, and I was like, okay. There's always a time when the light bulb starts to come on with these young players, and they're like, and it's usually right after that first exhibition game, and they're like, this is football. I've been playing this my whole life. I can do this.
Yeah.
And you start to see them become who they had the potential to become. I'm more impressed with neither of them are winning me over and blowing me away. But
I'll give you this, Omar, because I'll be fair here. I think I am referring more to the pass protection, because I don't feel like this O-line in general has been strong in run blocking as a unit. And that's the entire line. I'm sure
they've done better the last 2 days than they have.
Yeah, but overall, there's too many people in the backfield on a regular basis stuffing it before we pop a 4 to 6 yarder.
Defense also sending a bunch of guys on every play almost.
This is true too, and that's why I was going to piggyback off of the Willie Gay. I know what it actually is with Willie Gay. It's also schematics, because he's coming off of a lot of blindside blitzes. He's coming off of a lot of those, but he's getting there fast. He is getting there. He's like running past the quarterback, like, gotcha, like and celebrating and having a good time. But yeah, I'm just the pass protection excites me on the left side of that line, and also, I've actually
Jonah and Patrick Paul excites you from a pass protection standpoint? I'm just trying to get clarity.
They were my two biggest concerns coming into the season because Jonah being an unknown and Patrick, I don't know how y'all feel. I wasn't very moved by the minimal production last year. I wasn't very moved. I was concerned about the left side of the line. I don't know why today I stand concerned about the opposite side.
Yes,
and the middle a little bit.
Because the left side is performing better than the right side.
Yes, and I don't think that should be. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not adding up. So
I have always, with Austin Jackson, I have gotten to a point where I realize he's not a very good practice performer. We're talking 4 years now. It's just it's hot and cold, inconsistent. And obviously it's the talent that he's going against as well. He's going against Chop. He doesn't really go against Bradley. He's going against Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make excuses for Austin, but Austin was playing kind of inconsistent early in the season last year. And then you saw what it looked like without him. And
Teron Armstead having these knee issues. Can we stop pinning everything on Austin not being there?
All right.
By the way, I agree with you, TD. I've yet to be wild about Kenneth Grant. However, there have been 2 padded practices. I mean, it's a little early. And with Patrick Paul, looks good in pass pro, but I'm noticing an awful lot of this.
But how much is that allowed? How much is that allowed, though?
It's allowed if it's inside. Like
I mean, when he's got you, he's got you.
Yeah, but he's also going up where he's going like this. That's
Alan.
But
Alan,
didn't the refs flag that stuff?
Yeah, I was just about to say that because
it depends on the official.
Well, Alan, in one-on-ones, while Stephen Ross and Greer was watching, in one-on-ones, Patrick Paul had a rep. I forgot who it was against, but it was one of the better players. He had a rep. He was doing it all. He was all up, but he kept that frame squared in front of the player.
It's like boom.
And the ref,
he got you.
And he checked with the ref. He checked with the ref after the ref gave him the thumbs up, and then he patted his butt and ran off. Like, that was you kept yourself in front. I don't have a problem. I see what you're saying, Alan, but I don't think that gets flagged unless you're playing like Josh Allen and they want to be a homer, you know. And
I agree with you. I don't know if that gets flagged. Because
it's not just that rep, though. I'm not talking about just one.
But I've been watching it. I think he keep his frame in front of the player, though. You know, as long as you got your frame, that square right in front doing all of that, it's fine. It's when the guy has an advantage starting to beat you and you do that, the pull shows, and then the refs can call it. But as long as you keep that body in front, tug a ball in their neck all you want.
For some clarity from Alan, Marcellus asked, what does Armstead have to do with the right side line? I'm assuming it's because they're shifting away from Teron is what you mean, Alan, but more clarity on what.
No. I was referring because Omar keeps pointing out we'll never stop saying the running game went south last year when Austin Jackson went on IR, and I keep reminding him that also was the same time when Teron's knee started acting up and he stopped practicing, basically. So it's not. With all due respect, I'm not buying this notion that it was all Austin Jackson when it was a combination. Your 2 tackles basically became problematic.
Yeah, but Teron was still there. I could see your point, but it was give you a perfect example. The Rams game. Teron was still was battling some knee. I think the Rams came after Buffalo. Yes.
Yeah.
Teron was battling some knee issues, and that was a hell of a game for Teron. Might have been his best of the season. So how can you say it was Teron? I understand what you're saying. There was
a combination of it's a combination of the 2. It wasn't just Austin. Because
also, I love Kendall Lamb, but Kendall Lamb is not as good of a right tackle as he is a left tackle.
Yeah,
not even close.
The pivotal game that really showed, we were caught with our pants down is that Houston Texans game because we got bullied on that right side.
There was nobody.
Yeah, but you're starting Kendall Lemon, Jackson Carman.
Yeah.
and Alan, what happened to Patrick Paul in that game?
It's a good question.
Why did we start Jackson Carman?
No.
It was Patrick Paul and Jackson Carman.
Yeah, Jackson Carman was getting eaten up by Anderson. That's what was happening, and it was just constant
hold on. Let's
pressure.
put some respect on Houston because they have the best pass rushing unit.
Oh yeah, they have two of some of the best pass rushers on that team, and yeah. But
and Jackson Carman has no business. He's not even a tackle now. He's a guard. So he had no business playing tackle. I made the argument that day, and I know nobody would have ever supported it, but I would have played Liam Eichenberg at right tackle instead of Jackson Carman, because you at least give yourself a chance with Liam Eichenberg.
yeah.
Jackson Carman, you didn't have a chance, and
He would have got more in the way than Jackson Carman did.
You would have ridden the Eichenberg Express?
I would have ridden the Eichenberg, but for that game, I mean, it was a bad, horrible situation to be in.
It was.
And Dolphin fans are like, "Oh my God, Houston, how could we lose that game?" The fact you were in that game, that was a miracle in itself.
That was on the defense that we were.
You had no offensive line. They had the head coach of the Houston Texans knew Mike McDaniel's play calls, knew his concepts. Like, that was just a horrible situation.
I think that was like one of CJ Stroud's like worst games too. Was that game? I don't think he played well in that game.
And there were 3 picks, but we won't mention those.
Who had 3 picks? CJ?
No, Tua.
Oh, I thought he was a great quarterback. Had picks. Okay,
sorry.
Hey. Was that the game that's the game that was the game he hurt his hip the game before against the 49ers.
No, he hurt his hip in that game.
He hurt his hip in that game.
And then he re-hurt it against the 49ers. Gotcha.
And I remember after the game, I want to watch that press conference again, because I went and I asked him a question about what Houston was doing, and he gave a very descriptive answer. I can't remember what it was. They were showing him one thing and then switching it up on him.
They were dropping the corners as if they were safeties, and they were bringing the safety down, but they were doing it late. So when he dropped back, he saw it one way, and then the safety dropped down the middle, and that's how he got the 2.
And he's like, "This is the first time I've ever seen anything like that."
Taking away the quick, intermediate, middle, them quick passes, dropping the safeties down and jump them.
CJ Stroud actually had a good game that game.
And Darryl Stingley ate up Tyreek.
Oh yeah.
Did he eat up Tyreek, or did he eat up the person throwing the ball to Tyreek?
No, listen, it's not all on Tua, and I'm blaming Tua for that game, TD.
But that's not taking everything away. That's not putting it on Tyreek.
That wasn't Stingley. I mean, Tyreek had that ball in his hand on the last drop.
Oh no, you ain't getting that one.
He had it snatched out of his hand.
Tyreek had to turn back to catch it.
TD, I will say this. I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I see both sides of it. I'll say this: ball should have been thrown a little further.
Done deal.
That would have been a caught and gone. But also, if that's DK Metcalf, if that's a 6'2" wide receiver that doesn't have 2 bad hands, he's catching that ball. Like, if that was Devontae Parker, he's catching that ball. Like,
he caught the ball. Agree with that. He caught the ball. You just had a snatch from him.
Hey, we deal with the first thing first. If it was thrown out in front, it would have never been snatched.
Yeah, but then we can go down this slippery slope of talking about one of the most viral clips of this show.
Okay,
where we could talk about Skylar Thompson underthrowing passes against Buffalo, and we could have won that game.
Doug, don't make me make you get up again. Hey, listen, no, Omar, are we gonna see? Why can't we show Tyreek the same respect that we show Tua? And let me give you the example. Wasn't Tyreek dealing with a messed up hand? Come on, man. I gotta play tug of war with the corner. I mean, my hand all broke up.
Okay, but hold on, wait a minute. If we're gonna talk about the technicality of that play, do you want to overthrow the receiver? Or do you want to throw a catchable ball that either gets caught or leads to a PI?
Or picked off?
Leads to a PI.
Hey, Omar, I got a better one. I got a better one. Just throw a perfect ball.
Oh yeah, how many quarterbacks do that all on the regular?
Hey, but that's what we asked you to do. $53 million man.
Well, I can rattle off a list. Like against Miami, I'll say this. Against Miami, Josh Allen on the 1 yard line, 4th down, needs to throw a perfect ball. He throws it in the dirt. Miami ends up winning that game.
He sure does. So did he win?
No, he lost.
And that was the reason his team lost. He blew it for his team. Let's acknowledge that. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep it honest. He blew it for his team.
He
do the same thing for Mahomes. He's throwing it in the dirt.
And they blew it for their team when they do. But they do that 1 out of every 10 times, Doug.
Nah, that ain't true. Don't do that. They do that they'll deliver more than they don't, but they might be hitting like 60%. But
that's the point, Omar. They'll deliver more than they don't. Can you say the same about Tua?
No, I cannot.
All right. So get up
Speaking
and
of
walk.
quarterbacks, let's
right.
change the subject. Quinn Ewers and Wilson, that seems to be heating up. That was a topic for Tuesday.
No, it's not. Mike,
Yes,
shut
it
that
is.
down.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Let me. All right, let's get TD first. Let's get TD first.
I
You
don't
think
listen.
it is?
I'm gonna be fair because I was all about throwing Zach Wilson, who I've been calling Mike White lately, by the way. I don't know why. But I've been all about throwing Zach Wilson under the bus after them first 2 days. But I'm sorry, it literally the 2 padded practices straight up shifted for me.
Yep.
Zach Wilson has played solid football, and Ewers has been okay, and
Correct.
it's totally flipped to me. So it puts it back into perspective into his rightful place, which is why we always can't get too high on somebody or too low on somebody, especially when they don't have a lot of experience like Ewers and stuff like that. Like when I was wrong about Skylar Thompson, these things happen, man. But at least I own up to it because most of you
It
guys
just
on this
takes a few
panel,
years. That's all.
most of you guys on the panel when we had Skylar were talking about cutting the other back up and letting Skylar be number 2.
I've always been a Skylar guy.
Whoa. When was this?
I'm just
I
saying,
think
but
Poupart too.
I'll admit I was wrong.
No. I said last year, I said that they should have kept Mike White.
I think I guilted Mike McDaniel to open up that competition. Guy wrote something that was like, it ain't fair. Skylar's never gonna get a fair opportunity. Next thing I know, Skylar's working with the number 2s.
Look what you started, TD. Skylar didn't get enough chances. How many chances is that man gonna get?
The people know.
In Skylar's defense, he did break his ribs early in the first quarter of that Seattle.
It wasn't the first quarter. It was later than that. And tell me he didn't look over his skis.
Oh,
when he
that game.
I mean, it looked like.
It was in the first quarter.
Were you guys there, Omar and Alan? Were you at Seattle for that game?
I was. Yeah.
Was it like Seattle? Was it loud?
Yeah, it was loud. It was a hostile environment. It was loud.
That's why I shook them because we were again. As much as people want to look at that game and say like, "Oh, we had no chance," we held them scoreless for 2.5 quarters.
Skylar has never performed well in any game, so I don't know what game.
Name a game.
It was the game where him and Teddy, I think, both played in, where he got hurt. Minnesota. He literally, the man threw like 150 yards in the first quarter, but they kept getting past offensive pass interference.
Yes. I remember that. It was
in that first quarter.
It was, I think one was on Kendall Lamb. Like it was a touchdown to Waddle that got called back.
40 yards. It was a penalty flag. Somebody did something stupid.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see.
I only remember plays that count. I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
He went 7 for 13, 89 yards.
Oh, wow. That was killer.
And about 5 penalties on the first drive.
Yeah. So if the penalties never happened, he probably would have went like
152 yards.
9 for 13. Like 130.
But that was an explosive game regardless because Teddy threw 100%. For like 300 after that in the next 3 quarters. So
2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
We were eating that defense up regardless.
Great backup right there, Bridgewater. Great backup. And I'll pull out the numbers if you want. By the way,
I will agree with that.
The Seattle game, they were down 17-0 in the first quarter. If you remember, they had the long touchdown. And then, which didn't help, was to me one of my biggest pet peeves with Mike McDaniel last year. If you remember that game, Dolphins got the ball first. They drove a little bit. They had a couple of first downs, and they had a 4th and 1 from like the Seattle 39 or whatever, and he went for like a 56-yard field goal instead of going for the first down, which to me was like, what are you doing?
It's out of character. That's out of character.
I actually think going for the 56-yard field goal is smarter because we're like 1 and 30 on 4th and 1s.
We weren't at that
throw
point.
Bubble screens on 4th and 1.
You sure? Because
TD, you get your quarterback who's making his first start of the season, first start since 2022. How about you get him some confidence?
They didn't have Raheem Mostert. Achane was not going off at that point, and I would argue he wasn't going off the whole season.
And throw the ball.
But and then he didn't feel comfortable. He went for whatever they view as.
And again, to me, psychologically, you have a quarterback making his first start since 2022. You've got a good drive going. Don't attempt a 56-yard field goal on 4th and 1 from the 39 or whatever.
Didn't we look like we were going for it and took the timeout?
I think so. I think it was. I'm looking it up right now. I think it was that.
I believe because I think I know what you talk about, Alan. But yeah, man. it's not like Tua's going to do a quarterback sneak.
No, we missed it.
It wasn't
We
Tua.
missed the field goal.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
wait.
Skyler started at Seattle. The first
you're
drive.
right. That was Skyler's game. Yeah, we should have went for it then. I got
Of course, they should have gone.
But what's supposed he doesn't have confidence in Skyler? What's supposed he doesn't?
Then why is he starting? Then why is he starting?
Well, you act like they had another option at that point.
And they should. Then, if you don't have the confidence in him getting the job done, don't keep him on the roster.
What's his name? Snoop Huntley had just gotten to the. I remember being in the locker room, and the other guy had to play. I can't remember what his name was.
And Boyle.
Everybody knew he sucked. Tim Boyle had. Everybody knew he sucked. Tim Boyle had to play, and then I'm in the locker room. We know Skyler has broken ribs, and then Tim Boyle, who finishes the game, goes to Snoop Huntley and is like, "Hey man, you're in now. It's your time." And I'm like thinking to myself, like, "You're the quarterback right now." He was like, nah, he basically was like, "Hell no, I ain't being the quarterback. I'm a backup." I was like, what is going on here? Like,
wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
So this is the series, ready? Because this is why I'm thinking, like, and again, people laugh at me when I say this. If Tua played this game, I honestly think we would have won, because this is from the start of the second quarter. Ready? Dolphins punt, Seattle misses field goal. Dolphins punt, Seattle punts. Dolphins punt, Seattle punts. End of the half. Then the third quarter, Dolphins punt, Seattle punts. Dolphins turnover on downs, Seattle punts. Dolphins punt, Seattle interception. Turnover on downs. They don't get their first touchdown to make it 24 until the middle of the fourth quarter. So it's like there were so many opportunities, and you can't tell me that if Tua wasn't the quarterback, we would have scored at least in those two quarters.
Doug, is that the game Skyler got knocked out of?
Yeah.
So if Tua played,
I know you're going with that.
Tua doesn't hold the ball like Skylar Thompson holds the ball.
Oh man!
And you remember the Hail Mary at the end of the half?
yeah.
Behind because he kept hanging on to it. By the way, Doug, you can't make that.
Oh, but no. That don't blame that on Skyler. That Jalen Waddle runs out of bounds, makes himself ineligible on that play. Like, what the hell are you thinking?
Skyler,
see how they mess up all Skyler big plays?
Doug, hold on. The fallacy with your premise is, don't you think Seattle maybe calls their offensive plays differently if Tua was in the game as opposed to Tim Boyle in the second half?
But also, I think that Tua would have executed the offense way better, and I think we would have scored more. Is all I'm saying. You know?
And Tua probably could have had his ribs broken. But
we'll see.
Yeah.
That's why I never get into if somebody would have played or not anymore. So
if grandma had one, she'd be grandpa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to training camp. Trench play, because obviously we see what the title of the video is the Dolphin can dial up the physicality. Are you seeing that more? Are you seeing more of that physicality? Are you seeing, because I'm hearing again from you guys, because I'm not going to be there for another couple of weeks, Madison with a nice 2-3 yard run, and I'm hearing these, this more physical play, but again, it's against themselves, so you can take that with a grain of salt. I'll start with TD. Is it more physical? Are you seeing it more physical there, or is it kind of just the same?
I'll be lying if I actually really answer that. You won't know if a team's physical until they play another physical team that's confirmed, a confirmed physical team. But you see outliers. Some guys have that aggression. Like I say, Willie Gay, he's fighting to get to his point. Patrick Paul, he ain't backing down from nobody. Hey, bring that heat. I'm gonna see him against some of the best. But it just looks like, hey, I'm here for war. Jonah, I'm here for war. Jalen Phillips, just being Jalen Phillips, about war. Hey, let's go get it. It's really that fear factor for me. I want to see fearless guys who not just like standing in front of a guy tussling with him, but you have total disregard for them, trying to just brush them off to get to where you need to go. You got linemen that'll engage you and fight with you to try to beat you. But the ones who really are those dudes are the ones who I'm engaging you, but you can see my body is focused on getting to the point, before I even win this battle. Because I know once I identify where I go, I'm just going to use my strength and get rid of you if I need to. And I'm seeing a lot of that in the trenches, but it's hit or miss. That's the only problem. You know, today it's this guy. Tomorrow that guy chilling and it's that guy. So I kind of feel like at least the only thing I could take from it, some of these guys look like they may have it in them, but who's going to step up and show it every day? And I know I've been getting that kind of from like Willie Gay. But outside of that, I don't know if there's anybody I can literally tell you every single day I'm getting that energy, point blank. So
yeah, I agree with you. I think Chubb was giving it to you early. Then pads came on, and you could just see he's moving differently. And I think to Mike McDaniel's point, they're guys who have to get used to playing in pads again, and have to get used to what my body feels like playing in pads again. And there's a lot of transition. Like there's some guys who just play better with pads. Like I could, if you would have asked me OTAs if Alexander Madison was going to make the team, I'd be like, nah, not really. And now I'm like, okay, I really think he might be the number 2.
That number 5?
No,
that's number 5 or 8.
That's Jalen. You're talking about Jalen Wright. I'm not a big Jalen Wright fan, and I'm not seeing what everybody else is seeing, and and it's not like what you agree?
Who's number 8, Omar?
Again, that's twice I agree with you. Damn.
Who's number 8?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, because he playing. Number 8 is playing. Number 5 getting the reps.
I'm not feeling Ollie Gordon too either.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon playing like a rookie right now. But hell, Devon Achane wasn't tearing it up. We thought he was Savon Ahmed half the time. His rookie year. It's so you never know. You never know until the action is live. We know what Devon Achane can do. We know exactly what he can contribute. We like that. The thing is, can you get a good compliment? And right now, I'm liking the way Alexander Madison runs with power. He gets you 4 yards. You need 4 yards. He gets you 4 yards.
Yeah, this is a fact. Do you remember when the quarterback Madison exchange was really bad on a play in red zone?
It was yours, right?
It was a fumble. The fumble
was with yours
like 3 times in a row.
Yeah. I mean, that guy, what's his name? Addison West.
Yeah. But Madison came back on that next play.
What do you want from him? Like, what do you want from him? He just started snapping.
Yeah, Madison came back on that next play though, and you could see the aggression because he was mad at the previous play. He actually jumped up and down, frustrated with the exchange with the quarterback. Next play, he just bulldozed up the middle for the touchdown. And you got an angry runner, if necessary, in him on that 3rd and 1 that we so dearly struggle in. Potentially, I think you got to give him a few reps and try it. See,
joint practice, guys. That's joint practice when we'll know. Because what I'm noticing on the sideline is a lot of the good runs are on cutbacks, where again it's about moving the defense sideways and then creating the hole. By the way, I wanted to mention because Omar, you said Alexander Madison gets you 4 yards, Reminded me of a quote from a coach. I don't remember the player, but it's funny. It's like, you need 3 yards, he gets you 3 yards. You need 5 yards, he gets you 3 yards.
TD, I got a question for you, and this is from somebody in the chat because I read this and it kind of made me laugh. You're the voice of the people and truth. That's why you go to training camp. Do you agree with this comment from Jonathan that said, went to training camp, Tua sucks at 1v1 routes?
Tua hasn't been as sharp as he usually is, in my opinion. 1v1s, it's hard to really gauge on 1v1s because I actually want to give the corners some credit on 1v1s. They're getting toasted by the physical receivers. Like, I'm seeing a lot of Waddle action with great coverage, but Waddle, I've been noticing some physicality with Waddle at the top of his routes. If you guarded me well, I'm gonna hit you with that arm, like without offensive pass interference, and bam, I got 2 yards separation on the money.
He is becoming so much better of a route runner.
I'm seeing some polish at the top of Waddle's routes that are
wide receiver number one.
That could be something huge. But you know, Tua throws strikes. Tua's throwing quick strikes over the middle. Tua's being Tua, but there's some things that haven't been as sharp as I'm used to seeing with Tua. Like a few things that may be a foot oversailed or whatever it may be here and
But do you
there.
think he
chemistry with these
sucks at
receivers.
1v1s? Does he
Huh?
suck? Does he suck at it?
No, he don't. I mean, that's just people. Everything with Tua is either over exaggerated or under. You know, it's understated.
It's funny because I wouldn't even be able to tell you what happens in 1v1s.
Oh yeah, I looked over. You were asleep the other day. So.
Gang, he's joking.
Yeah,
that was.
I'm watching the trenches because 1 versus 1s. Like the wide receiver and the quarterback should win. I only acknowledge that when the defense actually makes a play, because you know what route you're running. I don't. Like
you gotta cover half. If you gotta cover half the field, I mean, good luck.
Yeah, I don't really care about 1v1s with the receiver corners because I'm seeing our corners do an excellent job being with the guy in some cases in 1v1s. But when teams happen, who was guarding him? Like there's some wild people popping out. It's like
it's zone. It's zone. They plan to play a whole lot of zone with these cornerbacks, and that's. If there is a Mike McDaniel, and I know Doug, you listen to the press conferences. Yesterday's press conference was probably, in my opinion, the best Mike McDaniel has ever been because he gave detailed, thorough explanations about everything and was talking primarily about what he's looking for cornerbacks. And he basically said, if we don't trust you and we tell you to be in this gap, we tell you to play it this way. On this play, don't play it a little bit off. You be right here at the 12. You be right here at this hash. If you don't play it right, we're not gonna play you. And that's what you could see these cornerbacks are going through because they are trying to play collective football. And the only time you really see people get beat is when they do get beat by Tyreek and when they do get beat by Jalen. Because and most of the time they get beat by those two guys, they're covered. They just those covered. And I agree with you. Those guys are just very good. But the other guys winning is usually breakdowns. It's usually like D. Eskridge's play. I don't know what Jack Jones was looking at. Like
that's something I noticed again. Reading all your guys' stuff is a lot of times the catches happen, but then they're tackled. It's like most of the time, it's like Tyreek Hill 25-yard catch tackled, and it's like they're always caught. Like, and I'm like, I like hearing that because it means that the corners. Again, this is what I'm hearing, so I'm not seeing it. It seems like the corners are on them, so you'll get the catch off because the pass is good. But you're going to get tackled. Like we're not going to get beat a lot, which is good to hear because again, there's certain games like the Seattle game that if you take that 7 points away from the DK Metcalf touchdown, might be a different game.
Well, I'm not sure they always with them. I just think that since it's zoned up, when you catch it, they're collapsing. To come because these guys are still getting beat to a degree all over the field. Like over the middle, on the outside, like our quarterbacks have done a good job finding those windows on the sideline, dumping it right in. You know, Zach Wilson had a nice one the other day. Tua had one on the left side. I was impressed with. But again, those outside windows have been open, and the tight end sneaking out of the side just. I know he's zoning up, but
it's their offense. There's no way that they can play that. It's the defense. There's no way that they can cover
I don't like it though, Omar.
That has always driven me nuts with our defense. And we've had multiple different defensive coordinators. Whenever teams get into the red zone, that's what they do. They play action. They either keep the running back or the tight end into block, sneak them out, open touchdown every single time. So it's like they got to figure that out. And I'm glad we're running it against them because for the love of it, especially against the Bills, they love running that.
They made zero adjustments in camp. They opened.
The funny thing is, it's usually the first play. The first play is usually going to the tight end, and it's like to his warm up pass. Like it's
edge rushers who are anxious to get to the quarterbacks, and then they dive inside really hard, and it's like it leaves it wide open. Although Julian Hill dropped the pass on one of those.
Right in his hands. Doug.
Caught him.
Okay, no. I got a question though.
Shoot.
And I don't know if this is a little controversial, but
probably
it's about Mike McDaniel. No. It was something that I'm not gonna say rubbed me the wrong way, but I just felt like it was a little fake. Okay. Do y'all remember the first play of training camp? First play of practice yesterday?
Wasn't it the Julian Hill? You talking about
It was
11-11?
the waddle. It was the waddle. A quick slant, play action, 2 of the waddle.
Yeah.
And tackle right away, like tripped up and tackle right away. Simple little 6-yard slant, right? Did y'all see what McDaniel did as a result of the play?
He went to
notice?
No, but Cornell Armstrong got up slowly, had very good coverage. That was a very precise pass.
No.
McDaniel went over to Cornell Armstrong.
He didn't go to Cornell Armstrong first.
He didn't?
He jumped up like we won a Super Bowl and was celebrating, running all over the field and bumping the receiver. Then whenever he seen Cornell on the floor, he went to him and then he was talking to him like that's how you do it. But it was like this over.
I think that was Ethan Bonner. There was a play.
It was two of the waddle and tight coverage, storm duck with Dotson in the area. That was the first one.
Cornell Armstrong. I mean, I wrote it down and I remember it vividly. And it
all I'm saying is I just noticed Mike McDaniel. I said, this is the most crazy, wild I have ever seen you.
He's always like that.
No. I know with McDaniel's always quirky, wild, but this was extra. You don't think it has something to do?
He's always like that.
Nothing to do with the brass being there.
No, he's always like that.
We gotta.
That was TD that because Stephen Ross was watching, he did put a little more.
Absolutely. This was okay. Where was it?
Well, he wasn't down there at that point, was he?
Where was it for the? Yes, he was. He was there
almost the whole time. He was down there,
except the end. But he was definitely there at the end. At the beginning,
he was there at the end.
Oh, I didn't see him at the end.
Yeah, he was there at the end. I saw him.
But where was it for the rest of practice? I didn't see that for the rest of practice.
No, he does it from periodically from time to time. He's a very high energy guy.
We gotta
He talks smack.
We got to get to these donations because normally what I do is I go first donation down, but we just got this donation, and holy moly, John, with $100 donation. He says if we run the ball on second, then pass on second. I've got 100 for you guys every week. Track it. We make it third and unmanageable so many times. Track it.
Probably means first and second.
Yeah.
If we
run the ball on first, I'm assuming he means
he's not running
pass
the ball.
on the
Mike's
second.
not running the ball on first down.
We're not gonna get a whole lot of $100.
We're not getting any money. Mike is not running the ball on first down.
Go talk to Mike McDaniel. You guys are there.
Mike is throw, run, throw, run, throw, run.
You remember one game though where he stuck with the run a couple of times was the end of the KC game in Germany. They were down 21-14. I think it was 4 straight Mostert runs, got him like 30 yards into KC territory, and they completely forgot about the run. I mean,
because I think Alain, what he does is say, you know what, I got to stop this madness and let's go on what actually works, which is running the football. And then when he gets close, he's like, okay, now I got to show we can throw the football. No, stick to what is working at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Next week might be the pass game, but this week we're running the ball.
I remember that.
Always got to mix it up.
I think he was coming out.
We will track it.
I think coming out of halftime in the playoff game, I think during his interview or going in or coming out, he was like, we need to run the ball more. And then like the next series on offense, it was pass. And I was like, why do you just don't talk. Just don't talk.
He might be doing, I forget which side of the field. There was one side of the field that you could not throw the ball on. So probably they were they were playing. Kansas City was just like in the box, 9 in the box. Because they knew you couldn't throw. But anyway, that's everybody want to bring up hold on. Everybody
he just donated another 100 saying no, I mean only on second down only. So rerun the ball on second, then pass on second.
Yeah, what he's saying is basically make it a third and manageable, and that's a problem. So
gotcha.
Like we have a lot of first downs where we might get 4 yards on throwing the ball to the tight end, right? Here we go 2nd and 6. We're throwing the ball, and if it's incomplete, it's 3rd and 6. Man, why not run the ball and make it 3rd and 2, potentially, So that's what he's saying, do more of that. So, yeah, we'll track it, but I agree with the game plan in general. We need more manageable third downs.
They also had a lot of negative runs last year, which really didn't help and created a lot of
Yes. But on the side note, John, you're out of your mind for donating $200. We love you. One fun fact before we get to the rest of the donations. Someone in my video yesterday commented, because I'm dyslexic, and they said they love watching me read Mike McDaniel's press conferences because of how Mike McDaniel talks and the fact that I'm dyslexic. He was like, it's just hilarious to see you try to read these things, which made me laugh. I knew he wasn't making fun of me, but it made me laugh. DF forever with the
scalp there, Omar.
Huh?
Nice shot of your scalp there.
I'm trying to look to see if I could add some context to this conversation. They ran the ball 448 times and threw the ball 591 times with a backup quarterback. So I was like, yeah, Mike tries to be balanced. No, not really.
It seems like the games that they win, he is more balanced. Like,
anyway,
don't have Tua throw it 40 times, and you probably have a really good chance to win.
And that's the thing. Mike's a run game coordinator. That's how he made his name in the league. It's just he knows where his talent is on this team. And last year, particularly, man, admit it, like we couldn't run the ball. We had to start substituting throws for runs.
Yeah, more short game.
Yeah, and it is what it is. I mean, I like the understanding and awareness of who your team is. Like, you can't run the ball. Okay,
for all the screens, and that's how we won in overtime.
To substitute these runs.
That's how we won in overtime versus the Jets. It was the 2 screens to Jonnu and then the dot won us the game. DF Forever with the $5 says, good evening, Phins Collective. Keep doing what you're doing. Signed, Bills fan. Shout out to you, DF Forever, and thanks for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like. Joe Bro, been a member for 2 months, says, if you could choose only one to add, cornerback or O-line?
Talk about give me a qualifier. What's the caliber of the player?
Yeah, like, are we talking starter?
Listen,
and I'm going
that's still an easy answer.
Yeah.
Cornerback.
Yeah, I think we're all on the
O-line here.
I'm going O-line.
Right down the middle.
It's a front-end player. It's a front-end player. Give me the cornerback. If it's a dependable backup, give me the O-lineman.
I agree with that. Yeah.
100%. Front-end player, I'm still going O-lineman, and dependable backup, I'm still going O-lineman. I'm sorry. How many times have you seen this team play their 7th and 8th offensive linemen for 6 or 7 games this season? And your offensive line is only going to be as good as your weakest link. That's all you're going to be. You win games in the trenches. And as long as your weakest link, who right now would be...
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Jackson Carman. Jackson Carman.
Yeah.
Keep working hard, Jackson. Don't listen to him.
It's no. I'm sorry. Let me apologize. It's Larry Borom,
who we signed in free agency. Makes tons of sense.
He's not good. And when he's starting for 7 games, you guys are going to be crying out his name.
What? See, this is where I try not to get mad at Chris Greer, but like, why on God's green earth would you sit back and go, Chicago Bears ex-lineman, I'm gonna sign him?
Because it was the best that he can do. Because he was only giving out minimums. You want the truth? I give you the truth.
What happened?
Can't handle the truth.
Who didn't get a minimum deal?
That's
you
true.
Get a minimum. You get a minimum. You get a minimum. You get a minimum.
And Tua's like, I can give you $9 million. Then like, go shut up and sit down over there.
The market is the market. Right.
Yeah.
Uncle Ron, I was like, how am I going to say that one? I'm going to training camp tomorrow. Will any of you be there? I would love to say hello. Are the food trucks there every day?
I didn't even
say hi, Uncle Ron.
I didn't even know there were food trucks. We sit over. We sit at the top closest to the building, and that's where we sit. TD doesn't want to socialize with us.
Wow.
He sits over at the 50.
So you're not going to sit with us when I'm there, TD?
Doug, I'll come say hi.
Wow. He just yells up.
Doug, it's a reason Omar got to wear binoculars at training camp.
Yeah, it's because wait till they take.
Blind, man. No, it's not that though. I usually tell a lot of people from the show, hey, come holler at me, come, say hi
Oh,
to
yeah.
me if you come to training camp. So I don't
You
want
don't wanna
people
bother
coming
them.
all over there, all up in everybody who's working, in their way and standing all in front of them and all that. So I just stay in my own little zone.
Respectful.
Plus, I got a few haters over there, so
Who you hate over there?
No way.
No. Be clear. If you know me by now, Omar, which you probably got to know me a little bit better from a personal standpoint, I don't hate anybody.
No, who is hating on you?
No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that lie. I'll tell you later. But yeah,
Okay,
man.
all right.
Man. Yeah.
All right.
Say Eddie with the tender
What's up,
says
Eddie?
TD's expecting Kenneth Grant to look like Ndamukong Suh by day 2 of padded practice. But he and Jonnu have been locked in since rookie camp, might just be canceling each other out.
Well, I don't need him to be Ndamukong Suh, first of all. Let's get that straight.
As a freelancer, we don't need right now.
No. The thing with Kenneth Grant is, how there's always hype around your first round pick? This might be the least hype first round pick that we've had in a long time.
Christian Wilkins.
Touché.
It's all about the position.
They wanted Dwayne Haskins when we took Christian Wilkins. I remember that people were pissed we didn't take Dwayne Haskins.
No, they didn't want Dwayne Haskins. They wanted the offensive lineman that went to Cincinnati. Something Williams.
Jonah Williams?
Yes. And got that straight from Steve Ross.
Well, I'm talking about the fans.
And he's turned out to be, I think he's had injury issues.
Yeah. He didn't turn out to be good.
In my chat on that live stream, a lot of people wanted Dwayne Haskins. They wanted a quarterback. And when we took Christian Wilkins, I was happy. But my chat wasn't
wait a minute.
happy.
Who was the quarterback then? We were never going to draft that.
For Josh Rosen that draft.
Yeah, we were never going to draft that. All right.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins. When we picked him, I just felt like it was weird.
Yeah.
It was
that aged
it was
perfectly.
It was a need pick. I don't like all this Christian Wilkins slander, insinuation, weird.
That story is wild. That story is wild, though.
Listen, we've always known Christian was a little weird. Okay,
man, why can't people kiss toes?
But we accepted his weirdness. We
kiss toes.
Huh?
What's wrong with kissing toes?
Who kisses toes?
I'm just talking, man.
I'm like, what's here?
I'm on the same pitch. You're like, who's kissing toes?
That's what people were trying to say. Oh, I heard he was this. I'm like, man, y'all wait for the
no, he just likes pinching in the pile-ups. That's all he likes doing. He's just a pincher. That's all.
Stick a finger in there.
That's just a finger, the full hand too. There's some it's the full hand.
That's not the worst I've heard happen in a pile-up.
And here's my thing about the Raiders. You gave him $24 million guaranteed every year for 3 years, knowing he did that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
Yeah.
So don't act like, oh my God.
He's kissing foreheads. Why is he kissing foreheads?
A little bit of team building and they tripping.
Anyway, we love with the tenor.
They didn't like Christian dancing to show tunes or whatever.
Hamilton.
Yeah, he does show tunes too. I saw a video of him and some other Raiders player dancing to a Backstreet Boy song or something like that, and Christian was all into it. I was just like, yeah, that's Christian.
The one in the weight room.
Yeah.
Hey, was that trolling or was that true that he set up a kissing booth in the showers?
What?
I don't know about that.
No, that's
leave that one alone.
Anyway.
I don't talk
$10
about
donation here.
It's all kind of crazy stuff coming out. You don't know what's true or what's not.
I want it that way.
Anyway, if we could only add one more player to this roster before training camp is over, maybe through trade or free agency, what position would you fill and what player? Any player?
You don't want my
see, we need more context.
Go ahead, Omar. Go ahead.
I got it.
I
got it.
Xavier Howard, Omar, right? Xavier Howard.
Yep.
I know you. I would
trade. I would go get Terry McLaurin right now.
For who? And you do what with him?
For Tyreek. And go ahead and pay Terry for the future.
Hell no.
How much are you
Why
going to pay?
not? At least you'll lock something in for the future.
They're not
You
even-
already paying
they're not
Waddle,
even-
though.
They're not even close. They're not even in the same neighborhood. They're not
Stop
in the
that.
same
Stop.
zip
Omar,
code.
when Tyreek is gone, you ain't finding nobody in the same neighborhood. You might as well get the best you can get now to have a two wide receiver tandem for the next 4 years.
No, I'm
Why
good.
not? I think you just hold it on to Tyreek for one more yearly life.
I am. You're right. But
Yeah,
that player is the. I've been covering football for nearly 30 years, and I ain't never seen nothing like him. When he's
I get it, but
when he's on
Terry's
his-
good. Terry's
Huh?
real good.
I watched him. I watched him in Washington. He ain't nothing special.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Did you say he's all right?
Yeah,
Wow. You
I
tripping.
said what I said.
I can't believe you. You don't know who no Terry McLaurin is, man. You
I'm
tripping.
Please.
True Fin Fan 78 with the 2 says, I see 6-11 or 7-10. Poupart, your thoughts?
Why do I get that?
That's tough.
If they get hit, okay, obviously leaving injuries out of it, because then that's the ultimate caveat. No, I think they'll be better than that. They're going to be much better than that. I don't know. Like I've said with the Dolphins, it's a team with an awful lot of question marks. A lot of question marks. If more of them get positive answers, they can go 10-7. 11-6 might be pushing it. 11-6 would be everything's a positive answer.
Yes.
I don't think that's totally realistic. So 9-8, 8-9 right now.
Devin with the 5 says, wouldn't it make sense to play Larry Borum at guard instead of tackle?
No,
But then you got no backup tackle.
Yeah, he's got to get good at tackle, which is I don't think is possible. It's just it's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me.
I'll give you
Angela,
Omar and TD. I don't know if you noticed, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but another one of their new free agent acquisitions, not a free agent acquisition, but most recent pickup, veteran offensive lineman with game experience, Daniel Brunskill, the other day at practice was like, oof,
really?
Woof.
I saw it.
Woof, that was rough.
I mean,
that was rough.
I didn't. I mean, I agree.
It's I and I said this on Twitter, and everybody got all in their panties and upset. Andrew Myers is probably the only backup. You're going to be begging for Liam Eichenberg to come back, begging, which is, I'm telling you, it's that bad. Like Liam Eichenberg would like destroy all these guys. They are not good, and it's like.
You think they did that on purpose?
Why?
Because they want Liam to start and be in there still.
No.
It just makes no sense to me.
Like Omar said, I'm sorry, Omar. Like Omar said, they went on the cheap with Borum, and it's like the scouting report out of Chicago was not necessary, particularly at tackle. He's played guard and tackle. Guard, he was serviceable. Tackle, not great. Not good. They're using him at tackle. And Meyer, there's something there. I think he's got a decent future.
It's like it's still a mentality of y'all care more about the O-line than we do, but we'll draft somebody.
Mm-hmm.
No, that it's fine that you draft somebody, but that only addresses one spot.
Yeah, you're like, still not fully committed to addressing the whole unit.
You're like right now, Andrew Meyer, I got to give him all the props in the world because you don't see that much of a drop off from him and Aaron Brewer, and that's commendable for a third team guy to do. You know, work with a starting unit. You don't see bad snaps. You see decent level communication. I'm dying to see what the line looks like with Brewer there. He's made it. Liam, is going to be on it. And at this point, I'm playing Liam as the backup at every single spot. If something happens,
you love him.
No, I don't. You don't. But if my choices are Larry Borum, what is his name? Borum. He's boring me to death. If my choices are Liam Eichenberg and Larry Borum, it ain't even a conversation. Like, not a conversation. Like, I've watched Liam. I know his limitations. This guy has a lot more limitations.
Angelo with the fiver says, just thought I'd thank you all for getting together and making enjoyable podcasts. Keep it up. We appreciate you, Angelo. Lucky Luciano with the fiver says, Tua is the modern day Alex Smith with a better arm but less mobile. He's a good quarterback until you see what elite looks like when it enters the room.
He's not that far off.
He's not that far off. I'd go more Matt Ryan.
Comment of the day.
What? No.
Comment of the day.
I'm telling you, it's
no. And if you look at Alex Smith's numbers when he was with KC, the production is very similar to what Tua's done.
What KC was at the back end of his career. There's the Alex Smith in San Fran. There's Alex Smith in Washington. There's a lot of Alex Smiths.
Hold on.
Listen. Tua is Andy Dalton. Y'all just call it what it is.
No.
He's better than Andy Dalton. Why does this have to always come back to a conversation about
donation, TD?
Hey, I ain't bringing up all day.
Like, Tua is fine. Tua is not the problem. He's not even the top 10 of the problems on this team right now. Not even in the top 10.
Where does he rank, Omar?
12.
11.
Then guess what? The problem is your quarterback is even a number.
Okay.
Where Josh Allen rank? Oh, he don't. Where Mahomes? Oh, he don't.
He's not a Hall of Famer. Yes. Name somebody who's not a Hall of Famer.
But you shouldn't be on the list, period. I don't care if it's 12 or 18.
Dak Prescott on the list?
Yeah.
In Dallas?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And that's why they on the list.
That's the company that he keeps.
That's
Baker's
why they got
on the
same
list.
problems.
Yeah. Joe Burrow, he not on the list for
Nope.
Whether
his durability, we're talking about. I'm sorry,
his durability.
His durability ain't on the list. Stop.
Please. Anyway, listen. We got other fish to fry, other bigger problems to go. Like, everybody knows the number one problem Dolphins have is Tua's durability. I'm sorry, you are not going to keep him healthy with that offensive line.
Well, hold on. Time out.
Uh-oh.
What did the offensive line have to do with his 2 injuries last year? Go ahead.
Any of his injuries, actually.
Thank you.
It's any of his injuries.
The only one that's close is the Green Bay concussion, and even that, it took a while before he was brought down.
I would say the only injury that was because the offensive line was Jesse Davis. Outside of that,
this is true.
The broken ribs. Yeah.
You got Cincinnati held the ball for like 6 seconds. You had the Green Bay game. He took off running, and that's how he got a concussion.
You finna get canceled. You better stop.
No, I've talked about this at nauseum, and I've had Tua fans come after me saying, we need a better O-line. I'm like, I agree, but they're not the reason Tua gets hurt. Tua playing hero ball is the reason why Tua gets hurt.
Okay, that's fair.
And then they get mad at me.
And Tua acknowledges this.
He said it multiple times. He's not going to stop.
He acknowledged it last year after the Rams game, and he did it against Houston.
He's not going to stop because he still does it in practice.
Yeah, you seen him the other day. I was like,
he still does it. Come on, just throw the ball away.
Well, in practice, he knows he's not getting touched.
So. I know, but he creates bad habits.
Correct.
Because he took off, Alain. He actually went forward past a lot of scrimmage and running.
He did.
So it's constantly putting a cigarette in your mouth, saying, "I'm not going to light it." And one day you're going to.
But again, I'm an advocate for Tua to do whatever it takes at the position. I'm not one of these people that's saying don't run the football, slide, and all that. Live for the next play. This is what the game requires. Now I know for you to stay healthy, it requires you to do the latter. But we need every bit of you if we're going to ever have a chance with you. So
sorry, if it's 3-3 in the second quarter. Go down and punt if you have to. If the game's on the line in the fourth quarter, sure.
Well, I don't remember Drew Brees ever having to run. I don't remember Tom Brady ever having to run. I don't remember.
Yeah, but these guys knew how. See, you stop the comparison. See, this is what you do, Omar. You do this on purpose. You do this on purpose.
All I'm saying is I don't remember those guys ever having to run. I just don't.
Are you serious? Are you really thinking that Tom Brady never ran? Are you serious?
No, saying they didn't have to.
How often did Brady run?
And even beyond that, Omar, the man knew how to call his protections and everything to make sure that he'd be good.
Anyway, we're off topic. Devin with the fiver because we're already an hour and 3 minutes in, so we're over.
We missing the 4 minutes. The good players are actually going to play.
Come on, man.
No, they're not playing. It's Trey Lance against Kyle Allen at quarterback.
Yeah, Hall of Famer versus Hall of Famer. Devin with the fiver says, "I've never seen someone hate on Tua as much as TD."
Why do y'all feel this way?
I don't
agree.
I don't agree with that. Tua doesn't hate on. I mean, TD doesn't hate on Tua.
I have a strong opinion about him, but I don't hate on Tua.
Yeah, you do. Anyway,
somebody who hates on Tua.
5 membership shout out to you. Olart Home with the tenor says, "What's up, gang? Excited for the season. Not a question, but wanted to show some appreciation for always keeping us Fin fans so informed. We try our best, and we try to be entertaining. Sometimes we're entertaining, and sometimes we just yell at each other."
How many people we got watching live right now?
We have, where is it? 691.
Oh man,
400 likes. Hit
By
that
the
like
way,
button.
Omar.
yes,
Omar,
sir.
I just looked at it. Unless my math is off, Tom Brady averaged 30 rushing attempts per season. Tua so far averages a little less than 3. So don't tell me Tom Brady never.
You're at less than 3 a season.
Yes, 153 in 64 games.
Ooh, Omar. And all 3 of them probably resulted in them.
No, because he
not per
slid
season,
last
I'm
year,
about-
and we were
we
like,
know one of them
Do
resulted
the
in
math,
that.
Math,
Talking
do
about per game, Omar, per game.
per
TDs,
game.
TDs under 3 per game. Tom Brady was at 3 per game. So Tom Brady ran just as much, a little bit more than Tua's run.
Okay, I
Josh
got
Smith with the fiver says, "I get throwing the ball away in practice can be wasted rep, but are we seeing any of that from Tua when the sack is imminent? No, because he's not going to get hit. He doesn't need to throw it."
But I don't blame him because you have to understand how practice operates. Even if you get sacked, you continue so the receiver and the corner get the rep too. You don't just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nuclear Nick also gifted 5 membership. Shout out to you.
Nice.
Max Barclay with the 7. He said, "Omar, Waddle stats prediction this year."
1,200 receiving yards,
15.
7 touchdowns.
And Canadian dudes directing the question to Omar. What's up with that? Come on, Max, really? I'm hurt.
Well, what do you think, Alan? What is your prediction? I'm going to throw you in there.
No, too late. No, yeah, just Max sacks only Omar, so you only get some Omar.
And I want to clarify something for this group of people and viewers. While Tua seems to be favoring Waddle, it's because he's developed chemistry with him from the entire offseason program, where Tyreek did not work in the offseason program. Tua is a rhythmic timing thrower. He made that clear with Odell. I'm not going to throw to you if I don't feel comfortable with you. And I don't know where him and Tyreek are right now, but they're not really in sync.
We saw that against Buffalo week 3 when he threw the pass to what's his name?
Robbie Chosen or Grant.
Yeah. And it ended up in an interception because he cut the in route too shallow and the ball went further. We see it all the time. He wants to blame Tua, and because he hates him, so that's why he's covering his face.
Don't do that.
What do you want? What do you guys say? What do you guys say?
He cut the in route. All I know, the safety ended up there regardless, whether he
was
wouldn't have
5
cut
yards
it or not.
behind Robbie Chosen.
All I'm saying is the safety ended up there, even if Chosen ran the right route. The safety ended up there anyway.
And the receiver would have been in front of the safety and would have either caught the ball or the ball would have been incomplete. You think it would have been intercepted anyway?
Yeah, because he jumped up and caught it with his stomach like he had time to wait on
Yeah,
it.
so if there was a 6 foot something receiver in front of him, he's catching it in his stomach.
Okay, I guess, thou shalt not blame Tua.
Oh, I blame. We talked about the Texas game, didn't we? True Fin Fan 78 with the $2 said, "Mike will be gone during the bye." Bye, Mike. Hope not. I don't know if you want to. Are you rooting for that to happen? Like, do you want to have a bad season?
He got 3 brutal games before it, so he better get some room.
Are people legitimately rooting for us to lose just so
they want change? They want wholesale changes, and I will tell you, I have no doubt in my mind that Steve Ross will make changes if the season turns out to be a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
What is a disappointment though? The definition of that.
I'm not saying you need a playoff win because I don't live in that world. I think 10 wins is a minimum of what they need, and that's just where I'm at.
I think it's fair though. I think it's fair. 10 in
For him to
expectation.
come out and make a letter saying status quo isn't good enough, for me, you have to win a playoff game. Because if
No.
not, it's just status quo. We
Yeah,
get
but
there,
this
we
roster
lose.
took a
Here's-
hit
Too
too.
many factors. What's supposed to play Kansas City in Kansas City in the first round?
Is
Yeah.
that what you're gonna keep going to, Omar?
Huh?
Is that what you're gonna keep going to? That might be a reality that you got to get through regardless
win it.
one day.
Gotta win it.
Well,
Doug, do you think he made any kind of commitment by saying the status quo is not acceptable?
No, that letter was full of it. I could
Okay,
smell the
that's-
BS
and
coming
so-
off of it.
So I don't know. I think this perception that I think Mike McDaniel's seat is warm. I don't know if it's hot.
I've seen Steve Ross at training camp many a times, and he's usually very just oh golly gee happy and smug and content. He walked off that field like,
It's so funny because I can see Stephen Ross being jolly.
yeah,
Yeah.
he walked out that field like yeah, I don't like this.
I feel
And-
like Greer is safer than McDaniel though.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Ethan Martin.
One of them does a worse job at their job than the other. That's not to say
I
that
know who I
either.
think it is, but we'll pick that for a different video because we're already over. $7 Canadian. This one is to Alan and Omar. Just curious. This is a question to Omar and Alan. How'd you guys both start your careers? Have you always been Dolphin fans? Love the stream. Make it quick.
I'll start. You want me to start or you want to start?
Go ahead.
I have not always been a Dolphin fan. I grew up working at the stadium. I wasn't really an NFL fan. I was more of a college fan. Dolphins were kind of forced on me, and it's been my jail ever since. I love covering. I love covering the Hurricanes. But I just loved writing and went to school for journalism. Covered Florida State during college, and came down here, covered the Heat, covered UM. Loved covering UM, and then I got forced on the Dolphins beat, and I've made it my home. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Well, Ethan, the first thing is I'm a Dolphin journalist. I'm not a Dolphin fan. Sorry. My career, same as Omar, I went to school, studied journalism and communications, and then started at the defunct Miami News, answering phones for prep scores on the weekend.
Hired by Armando Salguero.
That is correct. You remember that? How about that?
Yeah.
Then Miami News for until 1988. Oh, I'm dating myself here. Started with Dolphin Digest in 1989 and been covering the Dolphins full time since then. So we're talking 36 years.
Nice.
OG. John C. throwing more money at us. Jesus, with $50. TD, it's the 2nd and 16 when we get the holding penalties. Run the freaking ball on second, please. We all agree with that.
Yeah.
Phins SRK with the tenor says, I feel like our stance on the depth at any position is hoping and praying no one gets hurt. They were embarrassed last year with O-line comments, but we keep repeating the same mistakes. Am I crazy?
It's
I'm
inevitable.
pretty confident with the depth at a lot of positions.
Middle linebacker,
wide
receiver,
receiver, tight end is a little sketchy.
pass rusher.
Your starters are the same caliber of players as your backup in the cornerback unit, and right now you have no idea who your safety is. So but linebacker, you're pretty good. Defensive line, I actually like Matt Dickerson. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things about him.
I like Matt Dickerson. Zeke Biggers has some moments. Jordan Phillips is the guy that I really look at and was like, I don't see it right now.
You mean Shadur Sanders' pick?
Hey,
Anyway.
you might have your opportunity at Shadur Sanders since the Cleveland Browns was like, oh, that's Andrew's pick. I wouldn't have made that selection. Like, he might not be here that long.
Hey, he working his way up the depth chart.
I don't care.
Jag 3398 with the fiver says, who will our boundary corners be? Jones or Duck, or someone outside? Samuel Jr., Brady, Greg Newsome.
A guy.
Forget about James Bradbury. He's coming off like a season-long injury, and he wasn't good the year before that. Forget that one.
Probably Jones. from what I'm hearing from you guys.
Who on the boundary?
Yeah,
I think Duck absolutely will be a starter.
Duck and Sheffield.
There you go.
Reliable, consistent. Do what we ask you to do. Play the zone. Play the depth that we want you to play. Play. You know.
Should mention though. Sorry, Omar. Should mention Sheffield missed practice the other day. Don't know exactly what's going on with him.
Yes, and Duck missed the previous day, and I actually support a rotation where one guy gets a day off because that position throughout my history of covering this team, wide receivers and cornerbacks, those are the guys who go down in training camp like crazy.
Ryan with the fiver says Greer signed Boom. I'm assuming you mean Borum, because he is safe. He did the bare minimum. Weaver, coach after trade deadlines, GM on the hot seat, doesn't do this or get future picks.
See what he did there? He did the bare minimum, like the Bears minimum.
Boo. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Ryan. And our BN, that's a lot. With a Tanner says, think Dolphin Collective should pool all our donations and go to party at Tootsie's.
Hey, Omar got free access, man.
No, I got paid to go to Tootsie's. Sometimes it depends on who I go with if I got free access. Anyway.
Birthday Slavia with the fiver says, this has got to stop. I can't keep telling women I've never seen a playoff win. You're going to be waiting a little bit longer, my man. Wello with the fiver says, comment of the day. Tua is like Matt Ryan said. Omar.
He is. What they have very similarity. What has Matt Ryan done other than take one team to the Super Bowl?
You're talking about career results. He's talking about stylistically.
Stylistically, I think they're not that far off.
He's Alex Smith. Tua is Alex Smith.
He is not Alex Smith. Alex Smith has way more athleticism. I'm not necessarily certain he has that pocket presence. Alex Smith doesn't really throw the deep ball like Tua. Alex Smith isn't a touch thrower,
but he is in Matt Ryan.
But he was. But yes, he was. Sorry,
he's more Pat White than Matt Ryan.
What?
Jesus
God. Y'all realize I have gotten to the point where I just ignore his. It's like I'm numb to it now.
Good approach.
Oh, y'all hate no Pat White now.
I'm gonna go back to this donation.
I love Pat White.
I'm going back. I'm going back to Devin's donation.
He's a quarterback coach in the NFL now.
No, he was with the Edmonton Elks.
No, I think he was in Pat. Hold on, give me a second. I think Pat White is a quarterback coach.
Chargers. He was with the Chargers last year.
Yeah.
Lucas with the fiver says, greeting from Brazil. Will Ethan make the 53? Go ahead, Omar.
Pat White is the assistant head coach at West Virginia.
Nice. Oh, nice. That's cool.
Assistant to the head coach, and he's assistant quarterback
like
coach.
Dwight Schrute, assistant to the regional manager.
But he's clearly working his way up. I like Pat, and I think he's I like Pat.
So Lucas is asking, will Ethan Bonner make the 53? Any UDFAs have a realistic shot of making the roster?
One of those wide receivers might make it, whether it's Armstrong or Weeze. I think one of those two has a shot.
Well, if you're going to say that, Alain, let me ask y'all opinion on one player in the wide receiver room who I think has been making plays, Taj Washington.
Yep.
You good? You good on him right now? Making the roster?
Can I throw out something very crazy here? Look at the contract of Nick Westbrook-Ikhine and tell me I'm crazy to suggest he might not be a lock to make the 53.
I'll check that out.
It's not a ton of money that they would have to eat.
I'm telling you, Taj has made some plays. When he gets the ball in his hand, his explosive abilities.
They gave him $2 million, Alan. I'm not just giving away $2 million to go away.
Yeah, it's only
it's not a ton. It's not a ton.
I'm tired of Steve Ross throwing away his money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Steve Ross has a lot of money to throw away. I don't know.
Yeah, that's $2 million though.
You think I'm crazy to suggest that?
No, I don't. I
think he's making it.
Yeah,
Okay.
D-Hug Galladay with the fiver says, you fellas really have something special with this channel. Keep up the good work. We appreciate you.
Bro.
John throwing more money at us. John, stop.
Hold on, wait a minute. It's either Taj Washington or Nick Westbrook-Ikhine.
I'm just saying I'm noticing Taj. Taj making plays.
How many are you keeping? How many wide receivers do you think they keep? 5?
I'm keeping 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Tyreek
Waddle.
Waddle, Malik Washington,
D.
X Scridge. Okay, so then now it becomes NWI
Or
Todd Washington or one of the rookie free agents.
Yeah, rookie free agents I can put on my practice squad unless they ball out. Taj Washington or Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. And I mean, I don't know what you gave Taj Washington as a signing bonus to cut him. Hold on, let me look.
Oh,
He just made me feel like he could get some yak, man. The way when he get that.
Nah, he's tiny and he's a slot. And how many slots do you need? How many tiny receivers do you need? Not that I'm
This one's for you from John for $25. He said, is that because Brady runs sneaks while he has more rushing than Tua per game?
Tua yards per attempt is 2.8. Don't think I'm not going to look this up. Tom Brady yards per attempt career is hold on, I got to get the rushing here.
Holiday also member for 2 months says, I'm sorry, but I want Anthony Weaver as the coach and might get your wish.
Here's the thing. You gave
Brady 1.6. So, okay. Yes, Brady did run a lot of sneaks.
You gave Westbrook-Ikhine $2 million. You gave Taj Washington $90,000. I'm sorry. There's like, you're not letting me waste $2 million. You better figure out a way. You better figure out a way to make it work.
Sanch with the Fiver says, if they fire McDaniel and don't fire Greer, I'll boycott the organization until Ross sells the team.
He's not selling the team. He's handing it to his daughter.
And I think if that does happen, I think you'll get I think the outcry from the fans will be loud enough that Stephen Ross will probably notice it.
I think Stephen Ross's worst fear is apathy. And I'm waiting for this weekend, and I'll see this weekend, and hopefully there are no excuses this weekend. Because the first day of training camp, it was empty. And if it's empty again this weekend, and I'm telling everybody, whether you got a ticket or not, go, because they're not going to turn you away. So I don't want to hear any excuses, because if this fan base has checked out, trust me, Steve Ross will make moves.
Bridge fan with the €5 says some players struggle to pick up the playbook as narrates the plays via audiobook. By the time they have listened, they are emotionally checked out. That's a thing too. Like you hear a lot of players saying how hard this playbook is to kind of get down. Was it true that Tyreek didn't know it his first year, or was that Tyreek just being Tyreek?
I'll let him answer.
Come on now, that's Tyreek being Tyreek. And I kept telling this dude.
Yes, he did tell me. He did tell, and that's when I learned Tyreek is just full of it. I remember in Houston. Remember when Tua gave us a play call of just a regular play call? Yeah, it's complex, but it's always been like that. And the smart players grasp it, and the dumb ones don't.
It's not like other playbooks are like a children's drawing either. I mean, come on.
A Wilborn, new member. Shout out to that. And then finally, another Olart Home says, we'll meet you guys at Tootsie's. Those wings will be good, Omar. But that's what we got for you guys today. We went over. We were like, oh, we should go sooner so we don't go into it's almost 8:30. We did an hour and a half.
Everybody who asks us questions. We love everybody who contributes.
We always got to read every donation. So we appreciate the crap out of all you. Hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We're at 6.6 thousand, 400 away from 7,000 subscribers. So if you are new, hit that
math with math
button. Yeah, I am. Go check out Omar Kelly, Miami Herald, columnist over there at the Miami Herald. Alain Poupart, Miami Dolphins on SI. TD Phins Talk, youtube.com/TD Phins Talk, and myself, youtube.com/DouglieDoWrong. We will see you on Monday. Again, remember, Mondays and Thursdays until the season starts, and then we'll figure it out. But for now, we will see you guys Monday.
Next week, we'll be in Chicago doing it. Is that
get a huge break? So
yeah,
it'll be nice.
All right.
We will see you Monday.
All right.